Welcome back for another round of Geotastic in California. Oh, all right. So I mentioned in another video how there's a beach right at the border of Mexico and California. So San Diego is in this direction, or rather the city of Imperial Beach. So I'll just show you guys on the map right now exactly where we are. We are right here in this state park here, Borderfield State Park. You can see the city of Playa de Tijuana right here. And can you make out this little feature right here? This is the border fence. And it basically goes up here and it continues down the way. And you can't actually really tell that well here, but it's actually like a double fence. There's like a no man's zone or whatever in between them. And basically, it's really interesting because there's like a little friendship park or whatever in the middle, further in this direction. And it's kind of cool because you can just stand there. Well, normally I think you're able to mingle with people, but I was there at a time when the when they weren't letting people through from either side. So instead, there were just a bunch of Mexican people on the other side, just waving, saying hi, and then a bunch of Americans who were standing on the other side, waving and saying hi from the other side of the fence. But anyway, we are we are some distance up the beach. Yeah, the Friendship Park here. So you can see how it's a double fence here. And I think it's around here somewhere where you have like that friendship zone. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stroll towards the southwesternmost part too of um, the southwesternmost part the of the contiguous United States, where there's a little warning sign to not go around. So I went 4 down, and I'm going to assume that each jump here is approximately 2 meters. 5, 6, 7. This hill over here being Friendship Park. So maybe we're over here. That's what I'm going to go with. That's weird. Okay, well, whatever. Let's see here. Okay, so it's more than just a couple meters. It's very difficult for me to gauge that. But now I know. Okay, moving on. Something that I did find interesting in that previous map. Did you notice how even though I placed us on the shore, contact YCPD for location, even though I placed us on the shore, when the map zoomed in, it didn't actually, it put us in the water. So there's something really interesting about how that works there. And it's one reason why maps are maps are lies, because they depend on the way they're rendered depends on the scale at which the map is being represented. So I don't know how many of you have heard of the coastline problem, where it's like, well, okay, so what is the width of a country like United Kingdom? Or the width, excuse me, the what is the perimeter of a country like the United Kingdom? And the answer is that the answer is it depends on really how zoomed in you are. How zoomed in are you to the United Kingdom? If you're out here, do you see how there's the different points that bridge together the United Kingdom are smaller, and every time you zoom in, it re-renders it with greater and greater detail. More and more vertices along this line start getting put in, and the length between those vertices, when summed, becomes your perimeter. So there's this concept, which in some contexts is called the modifiable aerial unit problem. Um, in another context, it can refer to these other features where the value is, it's almost arbitrary because it's scale dependent. Because no matter how much you zoom in, there's going to be an infinite amount of detail that will be built into the map that you're zooming into. So every map has to be any parameter that is built into an evaluation of some numerical parameter for a map, like perimeter or area, is going to depend on, it's going to be contingent on how big that map really is, or like what the scale of the map is supposed to be. So we're on B Street. The only place I can think of that would have a name like B Street is Sacramento. Because Sacramento, and we'll see, BN Void. I'm sure it's not the only one, but if you are in downtown Sacramento, you will see this, but it's a little bit different than like it probably isn't exactly that because you have this named street going in the other direction. So something else is going on here. This isn't downtown Sacramento if it is Sacramento. But also there was that YCPD that we saw. I don't know of a city that is abbreviated YC. And the fact that the city does feel relatively small tells me that it might just be, it's Yuba City. Okay, so Sutter County, the county seat is Yuba City. So we weren't that far off. It was the same general area. Yuba City is up here. The one memory I have from Yuba City is the existence of a fish and chips place called London Fish and Chips, which was quite greasy. It was decent. The best fish and chips I've had in the area. Back to start. Okay, so we're basically holed up against this eastward facing road, which is close to the intersection of come on, 2nd and C Street. Okay, so let us go and find, there's C Street here. It's east facing. Do we have a 2nd Street? We do, 2nd and C Street. All right, so we're probably going to be right here against this corner by the Sutter County tax collector. Okay, right here. That's what I'm going to go with. Yep. And how much should we scooch around? Quite a lot. We scooched around quite a lot. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so let's get a sense of this background. To me, it looks like I'd like to think that it's Southern California, but it might not be. Potentially San Diego. We are at the intersection of Pancho. It looks like there's a city logo there that I do not recognize. Pancho and Pleasant Valley. So let's see if this sign over here has an area code. Conejo Mountain. Do we have a phone number for this Conejo Mountain funeral home? Okay, let's see here. 805. Okay, Bay Area. Wait, 805 is not the Bay Area. 805 I think is down here. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to go back to the main road, to Pleasant Valley, and I am going to track along this direction. Okay, I don't think this is Southern California anymore. So a lot of a lot of California suburbs have this kind of rolling, the roads just kind of like swivel and it makes you lose your sense of direction. When you're driving on them, it makes you feel like you're just gliding. 101. Okay. Yeah, this is the Bay Area for sure. So let's see. I'm gonna lose my mind. No, it is it is Southern California. South Los Angeles, north of Ventura. South Los Angeles, north of Ventura. It must be in this range. But where? Thousand Oaks? This is the first time in a while that I've been so thrown off. Okay, well, let's get on the freeway. Yeah, normally it's like, okay, Southern California, but we are in, I don't know. Yeah, Camarillo or Camarillo. I've lived in the LA area for so long, and I think I've just been straight up mispronouncing it. According to Wikipedia, this is pronounced Camarillo. So, oops. But this exit over here, let's find out what exit we are off the 101. And I guess this makes sense. So it's a little awkward because I've been here, but I just don't remember. Pleasant Valley Road, Santa Rosa Road. So Camarillo is over here. Wendy Drive. We don't have a name there. Camarillo Springs, Pleasant Valley Road. Pleasant Valley and Santa Rosa Road. Okay, here we are. Back to start. Okay, so backing out here, we were at the intersection of Pleasant Valley and Pancho. And Pleasant Valley goes south. Pancho is probably this road. Nope, Village Commons. Pancho, Pancho, Pancho. There it is, Pancho. Okay, Pleasant Valley and Pancho. Back to start. And we are in the southeastern corner of the intersection with this road, Deerhurst, which is going to be the first one. Well, not the southeastern, but I think we're here. How's it go? Awesome. Wow, we really got ourselves moving there. Okay, cool. Wow, did I get turned around. This car has had a few moments. I remember one time I was driving in, or rather I was being driven, but I was in Mexico, and someone was selling what appeared to be a Mercedes for like 200 pesos, which I think at the time was like 20 bucks. So I have to assume that there was nothing else there except for the hull of the car. Santa Cruz, West Market Street, or to Front Street. This road is southwest facing, or at least we are in this road. Santa Cruz is one of the two largest cities in California I've never been to. The other one is Napa, up here. So I'm going to assume we have Route 183. Is that the one that cuts through the mountains? No, that's 17 and 9. Okay, so there's one here. So where's Route 183? The one that supposedly goes to Santa Cruz. Is there like a second Santa Cruz here? There's no Route 183. Okay, well, I'm gonna back up for a little bit. And let's see if we can find any other hints. West Market Street. Maybe there is another Santa Cruz. Well, okay, what direction are the mountains? The mountains are to the south. to the south. Is this like Salinas? Monterey? Oh, it might be Salinas. Okay. It looks kind of like Salinas. All right, well, I guess the best way for us to figure that out is to just follow this road. West Market Street onto Santa Cruz is the name of this road Market Street? It is. It is Market Street, okay. So I guess we don't have to go in. So does Market Street end eastwards into Sherwood Drive? Monterey Street. Okay, what does the sign say here? East Market Street, Sherwood Drive. So we are facing northeast. Sherwood Drive would go north, Market Street would go east. So is this not Sherwood Drive? No, that's Main Street. Maybe it's back here. Is this Sherwood Drive? This is Sherwood Drive. Okay, so we're in this region. Salinas. Okay, so we are on an east-west street, and we go east towards this intersection between Market Street and Market Way. So we're here. We are here, which is at this other intersection of California Street. Back to start. Okay. California Street. Right here. Cool. Alrighty. We keep going. We have one more place in our sequence. Look at this. I mean, you know, come on, right? That's so pretty. Like it stuns me that that's California. US 395. So I'm assuming this is like all the way in the north. All the way in the north. So let's see what that sign says here. So we're going south right now. So the three control cities we have Bodie, we have Hawthorne, Los Angeles. Bodie, Hawthorne, and Los Angeles. I've heard of Bodie. It's like a really famous ghost town if I recall, but I don't think it is all the way south. So 395 is that highway that goes up and runs up the back in Eastern California. It follows up this road through Owens Valley. We've seen Mammoth in previous rounds. So there's Mammoth over there. And then it cuts up briefly over here through Reno before going back in towards Susanville. And then cutting up, we've seen Likely in Modoc County going into Oregon. So southbound, 358 miles from California. It tells, from Los Angeles. Whoop, Freudian slip. Maybe it's in this area. So let's look for the junction with 270. Where are you? Okay, that's too far south. So maybe we need to go further north. 270. 182. 4. 395 goes up here. Departs from Reno over here. Doyle, Milford, Susanville, Termo. Okay, this isn't gonna work. Let's find something else. Let us find something else. Wow, wherever this is, I want to see it someday. Okay, I think there's another sign over here. Okay, that helps a lot. So Bridgeport is the county seat of Mono County, and Yerington is a city in Nevada. So Bridgeport Lake, Bridgeport's over here. Hawthorne, the Hawthorne that was mentioned is over here. So here's Mono Lake. I'm assuming this is Bridgeport Lake over here. The Bridgeport Reservoir. Here's 182. Okay. All right, that helps a lot. So where are we starting here? Because this is the turnoff. This is the turnoff between 182, which is going, come on, let me in. Let me in. Won't let me in? Incredible. Okay. So this is the turnoff towards Yarrington on Highway 182. So we have this split here. This is where we are. This whole time, Bridgeport has looked like this? My goodness. And I just never knew. Okay, I could have tried a little bit harder there. It's always this like 5999 out of 6,000 that just kills me every time. Okay, well, that wasn't a bad round. Tijuana got us. Bridgeport got us a little bit. But yeah, the other three were not so bad. Okay, well, that's it for another episode of Geotastic in California. See you guys next time.